Hello there everyone, this is Neko here, getting ready to play hydroneer. Today they did a little bit of an update and all that, and that's pretty much what they did is that they modified the rake a little bit. It's a lot better than before. It still needs some improvement, but anything within the outline box gets flattened to where the solid box is, as you can see there. See? Uh, which means now if you do it right, where if you trim part of that and then put it on the corner there, it will trim this like this, which means now you can speed through without having to fiddle through. Now there are some things it still has trouble with, for example, like this here, because this is too big, you gotta trim it, and even though you trim it, it's still gonna be too big. As you can see right there, it sticks right above the box right there, so it still needs a little bit of work. However, you can get by that by instead by if you lining it up on the side here just right. It's a pain to do, but if you get it done right, it works. It's just a pain to get. Here. Oops, dang it. No, stop that. When you accidentally fill it in like that, it becomes harder, but right there, you can get it where it goes along. Oh, and that's what I mean by if you accidentally fill it in. Like I said, it still needs some work, but you can do this on the side if you accidentally get it. Dang it, I think I screwed up there. Oh well. Alright, well that's the rake. Oh, and if you are in a current world before this update, there's gonna be some areas that the rake doesn't work. For example, right here, this little area is all the rake will not work with for some reason. Same goes for over here. This entire little section, as you can see, it's not working, but it will work on certain other areas, so I don't know what's up with that. Another thing is with the new update, they also introduced mergers and alternative splitters. So I'm gonna go over to that place and go fetch some real quick, or go show you. The problem is now some of those points that merge just fine bunch up a lot easier now, and I'm assuming that's because it actually needs the merger in order to do that. Oh yeah, I was getting ready to build a floor on here in that other mine. Okay, here we are. Stop. There we go. So now oops, wrong spot. That's my money. But here, you have the merge hook, which I'm not sure how that works, but we're gonna find out. Then they've got the original splitter, and they have the splitter alt, which I I think they raised the price of the splitters. Holy flip, I don't remember them being 500. But I need one for iron, one for gold, one for crystals, one for cloudium, and I think one for gems. That's still a pain in the butt, I see. I'm not sure how many of these I'm gonna need, but let's actually get a couple. Let's go for 3. I just want to see what they look like. And then from there, we're gonna probably readjust the place, and I also need to actually... Holy flip, 4,000. Doesn't really bother me. I've got 1 million right there in coins. At some point, I'm gonna be rearranging my place. I feel like the truck's been fixed up too. They've done a couple of things. Another thing is, when you start the game, you may potentially be cleaning up one hell of a giant mess. Trust me, I should have recorded it and showed you guys. Like, holy flip on that mess. You're gonna have dirt chunks piled up all over the place. You're gonna have resources getting stuck and piled up. All kinds of fun. Okay, that's most of that, so let's head on back. Another quality of life that I would appreciate is, let's say, a tier 2 magnet on a stick. What it does is it allows you to filter through the materials you want to suck up. So if, for example, you're wanting to pull out iron, you can flip it to iron and then be like, collect all the iron, drop it. Flip it to gold, collect all the gold and drop it. So let's actually grab... I'm gonna move these all downstairs, so I'm gonna get that done real quick. Alright, I got the floors moved down here. I got these over here. The thing is these apparently you can attach them in all kinds. You can attach them on all 4 sides, but I don't know if there's an... Ooh. Oh. Okay, that was just... Oops. That was just lag. I don't know if there's a way to adjust... I'm not sure if there's a left and a right. It would be nice if there was, so you can place one here, and it goes that way, and you can place one over there. Although it looks like it doesn't matter. I think the arrows don't really matter. I think it moves directly that way. Here, let's try that out right here. Okay, well that didn't work. Yeah, okay. It doesn't, the arrows don't really matter. They just feed up onto the belt like that. And you can feed it onto the hooks here, so that's nice because now you can actually make, like, depending on how you set this up, you can put a merge here and here. You can set up mergers here and here. Which is nice. You can also, oops. Can you actually set one? No, you cannot set one on ups, sadly. Well, that's nice to know. So I can actually build mergers and I can split things. Because I'm going to be turning that around and having it come this way towards me. And then I'm going to have... Actually, can you place these on... Nope. Dang it. That would have been nice if you could place it on there. Oh well. So that means you can have all these belts feeding. It's going to be helpful having mergers. Alright. I don't know if... I would have to shut down my entire place in order to get this going. But one thing that really annoys me is stuff gets stuck, as you can see right... You can see right here, one's gotten stuck. So now I gotta use a magnet to fix that sometimes. What else? Oh, the hammer. The hammer. That was another thing they changed. Where the hell did it go? The hammer. This construction hammer. Now if you click left, it hammers in, but if you click left again, it doesn't unbind. You have to right click to unbind it, as you can see, left to right. Which is actually kind of nice, meaning you can't just be like click, 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 and then accidentally unbind some of them. You now you'll have to actually do this to do it. Okay. I'm actually gonna shut off the water supply to this, which I might actually need that hammer. Oh, nope. The sad thing is that the tier 1 rake cannot deal with tier 2 dirt, so that means you're gonna have to buy a tier 2. Okay. Now that we've got this, we're gonna turn this around because I'm not sure how far I can build that way. Oh, I guess I should have let the pipes finish, but undid the... Okay, let's go undo the top right here. Yeah, there we go. We'll undo that. We'll clean the system. Come on. There we go. Clean that all out. With the new rake and stuff, I might be able to build out that way more, but that's gonna have to be at a later time. And then I'm gonna be moving most of this all up, so I don't need at least a couple of these. I'm gonna need the hammer for that. And the hammer for these? Nope, okay. Well, for some of them, yes. Actually, I am gonna need the hammer. I need it to effectively unbind these. Oh, that one can stay. Okay, well, need to grab that one. And then we're gonna have to put in the alts. So let's go find that hammer again. Here we are. Oops, I forgot. Right click. We're gonna have to play musical. Oh, that's not. Dang it. We're gonna have to play musical things here. There we go. Now we can get iron. Yeah, okay. Now let's grab this one. Okay. I don't know if those are correct or not, but we'll find out. So iron. Oops. We need to place these back up. There we are. Plug this up for now. Huh. Interesting. Alright. I gotta make sure those are all running in the right directions. Possible for them to be running in reverse, at which point that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay. Now let's get these. Not those. Not that one. This one. Alright. A few more to go. And then we're gonna move the hammer. Or move those over to the other side. One more. Oh, I don't think I need one more. Okay. Oh yeah. This isn't... I gotta place that down and then... Oh no. Alright. Now we need... That's the shard for that. So we gotta go... Ah, dang it. We gotta go up. Replace the shard one, which is here at the end. Then we've got Cloudium, which is the next one. Wait. This one is going backwards. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So Cloudium. Part of the reason why I want to remove part of the stuff. This one. Drop it. There we go. You want to be careful though, because if you accidentally mix the materials with this, you will lose out on stuff. And it really sucks. Alright, gold. And I gotta dig out some spots. But when I first loaded up the game after a little bit of playing, or a little whiles of a break, I will say I had one hell of a mess. I had a bazillion tons of gold all over the place. Nope, wrong way. And I also had a bazillion tons of iron. And it was a pain in the butt. I think there was one more right here that needed to be. Switched around. Nope, I gotta switch it again. Dang it. I really hate that. There we go. Okay, so we got cloudium, gold, we need iron. So let's go fetch the iron. And then anything else just gets filtered on through. And I'm gonna have to go buy a tier 2 rake. I gotta figure out where the hell that is at. Part of the thing I'm doing now is trying to get everything ready for a tier 3. Because I'm pretty sure tier 3 is gonna be the next thing coming pretty soon. And I want to get everything ready. Which means I'm getting more of these ready and getting more of these. Okay, so we got that. We need the hammer to... Oops. We need the hammer to get the things here. I'm going to be adding more floors in here. I'm going to be raising this all up a couple. That way I can have everything being built, operated. This is my repair system that I've currently got. I'm running low on wrenches, especially for this one down here. That one's at 8, then 12, and then I recently filled up those top ones. Okay. Oops, right click, right and right. So you're iron, so let's bring you down one, and iron, then we need gold, which should be this one. Double check, yes, okay. If you're unsure, double check. It's always best to double check. This should be cloudium. And then that should be shards. And then we can hammer those all back in. As soon as I figure out where the hell I dropped my hammer. That's one thing that sometimes I wish tools would glow slightly, especially in the water. Here we are. I know they glow when you highlight over them, but that's not what I was trying to do. Actually, how much cloudium do I have? I might have enough to get some more tier 2 mines. Oops. Oh, and another thing is, they fixed the scale, so it's now on this. Holy flip. I have almost enough for... Actually, I do have enough. I got 35 pounds at my tiny place. I could get 3 tier 2s, which I'm actually going to do. I just need to throw this, oops, and back into here. Make sure, because I don't want to lose that. Perfect. For now, I was gonna hammer these in so I didn't accidentally, oops, take them when I pick them up. There we go. That's most of them. Alright, I need to repair and I need to get all this crud out. I kind of like this, although I do... Oh, that's another quality of life thing that would be appreciated, is the ability to build all of these at 45-degree increments. And the reason why I say that is because if you look up here, you can see when you place it next to the wall, this is directly in line with the build grid of items. But if you use this, this is directly in the build line of the squareness. So you can build squares like this, but everything, all your structures are going to be offset at a 45-degree set. I mean, look at this. 45. I would like to turn this 45 degrees. So if we had the freedom to change these up at different angles, that would be appreciated, to not just have them set at a fixed 45 to everything. Okay, I need to clean this place up. I bought all this because I didn't realize you could actually I need to separate that. I need to put that one on its own. I need to put that on its own setup because for some reason it won't repair. Where the hell did I put the pipe? Ah, here we are. Yep. Ah, great. I gotta dig a little bit. Hopefully that fixed it. There we go. Yeah, that needs to be put on its own. And I need to get these out of here. Oops. Ah, the heck with it. Alright. Well, that's most of this update, plus a little bit of building, so if you guys enjoyed, please like. I know it was kind of boring, not much happened, but still, I kind of wanted to go over the update because it was a nice update and a very helpful one. Some things could still be improved, but like the rake, but otherwise, for now, if you enjoyed, please like. If not, well, I do always have other videos you can check out. And for now, if you guys help me, I'll be able to help you, because not everybody likes the same stuff. and maybe the people will help find the. Anyways, bye bye.